as fuck. What's this guy talking about? Well, let's have a look at the word choice that people are using. So, as you know, tradies, especially if you're outside of a major city, they use the word fuck for everything. It's just lazy word choice. And then spiritual people use the word energy for everything. Again, it's a lazy word choice. So what is actually going on in that thought pattern? Well, as we know, you can use the word fuck for everything. It's interchangeable. It's a choice. But the word energy, as we know, vibrational cellular biology, vibrational energy from the cells that provide the energy with ATP energy in between, is everything. Everything's just vibrational frequency, especially when you get onto the void. And so therefore, if someone goes, oh, it's the energy of it, or you're offering an explanation on an emotion or a belief or whatever the bodily function, or what are you talking about? And then, oh, it's energy. Well, what's going on in that thought pattern? It's incredibly vague. It's the most vague term on the planet possible in every language. So essentially the person doesn't know what they're talking about. So say, because there's very few people on the planet who have their third eye awakened connected to their gut, what they tend to do is that thought pattern comes through and says, oh, it's the energy. What's energy? Well, you've just hit a pocket of cells. That's the whole body, that's everything. So there's no precision, there's no actually knowing what they're talking about. And this is why the spiritual people, especially the fluffy types, make us practical mystics look stupid. Because they are stupid, they're projecting it. So if you don't have the exact and precise explanation for how something works, then you're better off saying, I'm not sure, or I don't know. But that would require giving up what people call the ego, which is the environmental gut organism and the amount of creatures in it. So, as we know from the clear channel for light and love concept, or the other one, which is the shamanic term, the hollow bone theory. So, when that thought pattern comes through the brain, comes through the body, and if it finds something solid, because they haven't cleared their sushumna and their spinal alignment, then it hits something solid, and whatever that solid thing that is there, whether it be bile or mucus or fungus or whatever, has an attached story. Possibly from a 5-year-old child place, which most people who are stuck in their inner child place are. So they're essentially might be in a 50-year-old body, but then the story that was created from their emotional imbalance or their bodily condition will come up with a 5-year-old explanation for it that is vague and fluffy and deluded. Oh, it's the energy of it. Fucking energy. See what I mean? So because our body is natural homeostasis process is always trying to remove that thing that is the biggest imbalance, because it's the biggest problem for our survival and our instincts and our bodily function and our spirit and our soul to grow. So what happens if that person didn't know, because the body is the subconscious, that they have a pocket or a microenvironment here stored from the age of 5 or 7, because that's when the ego or the mind starts to develop a personality or personal I type, one video, and that pocket has just been eating away and flesh-eating creatures there to create a delusion or an illusion of their sense of self. So you'll notice whenever somebody has an inner child moment, or that, oh, I don't like it, well, guess what? Using the word energy or fuck in replacement of a word or an actual concept or knowing what they're talking about, it's essentially a more subtle inner child moment. So, energy is fuck. Let's actually get precision. I'll say I'm not sure. Let's look that up. We've got Google nowadays. It's much easier to look these things up from an intelligent place, from truth, rather than from fluffy delusion, or the illusion of a 5-year-old or 7-year-old child, which people are completely unaware of. And if they continue to make that environment worse, which is pretty much everybody, instead of fixing it, then they will continue to act and behave like a 5-year-old child. That doesn't sound very high energy level, does it?
Or consciousness for that matter.